There is a place, hidden deep within forgotten maps and buried beneath decades of silence, a place most people have never heard of, yet once it was alive with footsteps and stories, a small town that grew fast, shined bright, and then vanished without anyone noticing. This is the story of a town lost to time, a town where dusty roads now stretch into emptiness, where wooden houses creak in the wind, and where every broken window whispers the same question: what happened here? As we walk slowly through the abandoned streets, the first thing you notice is the silence. Not just ordinary silence, but a heavy stillness, as if the air itself remembers something it wants to forget. Decades ago, this town was full of life. Families gathering on porches, children running through the marketplace, trains passing through every morning, carrying traders, travelers, and dreams toward bigger cities. It all began when a small group of settlers found this land, rich with water, minerals, and hope, and within years the town grew into a thriving community, with shops, schools, a railway station, and a lively main street where every evening people would gather to talk, to smile, to live. But then, slowly, almost softly, things began to change. The mines that once brought wealth started drying up, the river that fed the town began shifting course, and with each passing year, the economy weakened, families moved away, shops closed, and the laughter that once echoed through the streets faded into memories. But this alone does not explain the mystery, because towns shrink, but they do not disappear completely, yet this one did. According to the few remaining records, something strange happened here. A sudden event, a night that changed everything, though no official document reveals what it was. Some say it was a fire that swept through the outskirts, others believe a disease outbreak forced residents to flee, and then there are the local legends, stories about a traveler who arrived carrying a secret, and after his visit, people began leaving without explanation. When you look inside the abandoned houses, you notice something unsettling. Personal belongings still remain. A cup left on a table, clothes folded neatly in drawers, school books scattered on desks, as if the residents planned to return but never did. Inside the old railway station, the last train's schedule still hangs on the wall, its final departure marked with a faded red line, and beneath it, a note written in shaky handwriting that simply reads, "We couldn't stay." As we move deeper into the town, the buildings become more weathered, nature reclaiming every corner, vines crawling up the walls, trees growing through broken floors, yet among this decay, one place remains strangely untouched: the town library. Its doors are still upright, its interior still preserved, shelves full of books that remain perfectly dry, as if protected by something unseen. And in the center of the library desk lies a single diary, the only written account of the town's final days. Its pages describe fear, a fear of something approaching, something the writer never fully explains, but the final entry is chilling. It says, "Tonight is the night. The shadows have returned. We must leave before sunrise. If anyone finds this, know that we did not leave by choice." The meaning is unclear, but the impact is unmistakable, because no shadows, no disaster, no historical record explains why more than 200 people walked away from their homes in the middle of an ordinary week. Perhaps it was a natural threat, perhaps something man-made, or perhaps something darker, something that history chose to hide. Even today, visitors who come here claim to hear distant footsteps, doors shutting, or soft whispers carried by the wind, though the town has been empty for over 40 years. Some believe it is the sound of memories, others think it is simply the wind moving through hollow buildings, but a very few, believe the town never truly died. It simply slipped into a place where the living and the forgotten meet. As we leave this quiet, haunting place behind, one truth becomes clear: the world is filled with towns that rise and fall, but very few vanish without explanation, and this one, this forgotten town, still guards its secrets tightly. Perhaps someday the truth will surface, perhaps not, but until then, this place will remain a reminder that history is not just written in books, it is also carved into empty streets, abandoned homes, and the lingering silence of places the world has chosen to forget. If you want more hidden stories like this, mysteries buried in time, and towns that disappear without a trace, subscribe for the next chapter, because the world is full of secrets, and we are just getting started.